Shut up and sit down.
Hey there, friends. I'm Simon.
I'm Batman.
Hey, Batman. How you doing? It's been a while.
Has been a while, but I'm back.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of buzz about you in various cuts of various movies recently.
Yes, if you've got a spare 18 hours, you can watch the new movie that I'm in.
Yeah, and $60 million. And you know what? If you haven't seen my geeky remake of the Snyder Cut with the original Superman theme and the original Batman theme, then click up there to check it out, because I thought it was genius and it was going to go viral.
When you described it, and you were so excited when you thought of it, I was encouraging, but it sounded so cheesy, I thought it was going to be stupid. And then when you showed me the cut you put together, it really worked.
It was kind of magic.
It just made me annoyed that they didn't do that in the movie.
Well, anyway, we digress. But if you want to check that out, hit that button, and I'd love to know what you think about my silly, geeky Zack Snyder Justice League thing. But for now, if you do like this video, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing. And as always, we are surprising each other with trailers and filming our silly reactions to those.
So what do we have coming up next?
Well, this one is not so much of a surprise, other than the other night we actually went to a drive-in movie theatre, which, we're foreigners in this strange land, and a drive-in movie theatre still holds some mystique for us. And we went to see Godzilla vs. Kong on opening week at an actual theatre screen, albeit in our cars. Not, we can't actually see things in a movie theatre anymore.
And we got some food too. That was fun.
Yeah, we ate in our car.
It wasn't delivered by anyone on roller skates, which was the only disappointment about the whole experience.
Yes, and we snuck in beers, which was nice. But all of that being said, just before Godzilla vs. Kong, there rolls a new trailer for Black Widow. And, it was kind of dark. Some dickbag had their headlights on, shining on the screen, so we couldn't really see it. Kind of us. But we have to go back and check out the new Black Widow trailer. There was so much in there. Taskmaster! I heard about Taskmaster and barely even saw him on the screen. Yes. So we're going to go ahead, check out the new Black Widow trailer, hang around until afterwards, and we'll let you know what we think about it. But for now...
Let's go!
Let's go, Black Widow!
You don't know everything about me. I've lived a lot of lives. Before I was an Avenger. Before I got this family. I made mistakes.
Oh, we need to watch the Avengers again.
Between what the world wants you to be. And who you are.
No, it's too soon.
We have to go back to where it all started.
Where did you think I was all this time?
We have unfinished business.
My girls are the toughest girls in the world.
I'm sorry. We had our orders and we played our roles.
It wasn't real.
It was real to me. To me, you were everything.
Whoa.
Bring her home.
Nice.
She's such a mom.
Whoa.
One thing's for sure. I'm done running from my past.
Oh my god. Wow. So we've just seen the new trailer. I'm not even sure that was the one we saw at the drive-in, but...
I think it's a fresh one.
Yeah, this one literally just came out a day ago.
So we accidentally surprised ourselves.
I guess, again. But, man, so the big takeaway for me was Taskmaster. Like, this movie had kind of lacked a clear villain in the past. Taskmaster is a great villain for Black Widow. But before I go rambling on, what did you think about it?
Well, it brought back all the trauma of how many people died in all the Avengers movies, so I didn't like that bit. But sometimes it's worth having that reminder of the stakes. And kind of, we know where Black Widow's story ends, but, well, we know a little bit of the beginning, but, like, there's a lot we don't know.
Yeah, I guess I was quietly hoping this was going to be some kind of reincarnation of Natasha Romanoff. I guess we're not going to get that lucky. That ship has sailed. But, wow, I'm really, really intrigued by the addition of Taskmaster. I guess my most recent interaction with Taskmaster was in the Spider-Man games on the PlayStation, where Taskmaster has this kind of incredible memory ability, and just as you're mastering your skills of martial arts and combat, he is able to master them as well. So you always have to be kind of one step ahead of Taskmaster.
Oh, so is that his, like, special ability?
Yeah, right. Well, at least in the Spider-Man games, that was his special ability, was to be able to memorize your fighting style and to be able to almost kind of preempt your moves. And, thinking about Black Widow, where really, martial arts and combat is her whole skill. She doesn't have superhuman abilities. She's just incredibly well trained. Maybe if you've been trained by this kind of KGB secret society that you were raised in, maybe Taskmaster is the only thing that allows you to raise your game since then. Because, you must get to such a level of skill going through the program she got through, but she clearly continues to evolve before she becomes an Avenger. So, yeah, maybe Taskmaster and defeating him is the key to that. I am really intrigued to see who is behind Taskmaster, who's under that mask, and who is kind of directing him, because he had the old man kind of telling him to go do his thing. I love the family element as well, as much as because when we used to watch the old trailer, and this was, I guess, back in late 2019, just before this movie was due to come out before COVID. And we were hosting endless numbers of shows per week for the Alamo Drafthouse. We hosted like 17 screenings of Rise of Skywalker over a weekend. And before every single one of those screenings, we would see the Black Widow trailer. And it looked amazing, but there was a lot of very questionable Russian accents in there. I'm not sure one of those people was actually Russian, and there was lots of
"my family back together again,"
that kind of an accent. And I don't know, I liked it that they kind of downplayed that in this trailer and focused more on the action. That was probably a smart move.
Yeah.
But I'm just so excited that we're finally getting this thing. Like, how long have we been waiting to see Black Widow? And, there's this whole queue of other Marvel stuff behind Black Widow that we're like, come on, we want Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and we want Thor, Love and Thunder, we want all of this stuff. So yeah, I'm so stoked to see Black Widow because it looks amazing and because it unblocks that line of other Marvel stuff that's coming our way as well. So I could not be more stoked. What about you?
I'm really looking forward to seeing, like I said, the other side of Natasha Romanoff, because we've seen how she interacts with colleagues and peers, kind of, and her fighting style, and she works so hard to stay in control. And so in previous movies that she's been in, it's been quite shocking when something has uncovered a vulnerable side. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing a different vulnerable side to her when she's kind of with her family and we learn a bit more about her background and her motivations and her history. And clearly her family is going to be fairly unconventional. That was made clear in this trailer. Not just the fighting, but just probably how she, from the looks of it, how she grew up. Because like you say, she kind of grew up in that kind of Black Ops cult type setting that she, did an incredible job of setting her up to be an incredibly powerful weapon. But it's going to be interesting to see her in more of a domestic setting, kind of with a sibling and with parents, probably adoptive or that kind of thing. But I'm really looking forward to seeing that, a softer side of her.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I'm really intrigued. I think we've seen kind of flashbacks to some of what she went through when she was growing up, but they were just flashbacks, And there's nothing to explain kind of where she went to after she was in that Black Ops cult type group, and how she came back to her family afterwards, and why they feel this sense of betrayal from her. So I think there's a whole story to be told about like her origin. My biggest question, though, and I've been trying not to search for this because I just don't want to know until we watch the movie, is do you think they're going to end up in Budapest with Clint?
Just like Budapest all over again.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
I could see that being like a post-credits, mid-credits Easter egg, but I don't think the movie will take us there.
No, that's right. Yeah, I think this is focused on Natasha Romanoff as her own character, and I think being like second fiddle to Hawkeye is not going to work, but I would love to see that in the end credits as well, like just the two of them battling someone in Budapest.
I also think that, I just think the Budapest reference is also, it's one of those things that's better not to know. Like, it adds more fun, kind of, just to have it hinted at. And like you say, just like a sneak peek of them just fighting in Budapest, but not having to explain the whole thing. Like, it's more fun as a mystery. Oh, fine. No,
I would like to see this movie end with a teaser. Maybe they're both getting off the plane in Budapest. She's got like a big bag with rifles and stuff in. Maybe, they unzip their bags, both Hawkeye and Natasha Romanoff, in their hotel rooms, and then maybe they're both sat next to each other at the hotel bar, and then it ends, and then it says Hawkeye and Black Widow will return in 2023 in the Hawkeye Black Widow movie, and I will go, yes!
Or what if everyone's assuming that Budapest was some kind of like combat situation or like covert ops or something? What if it ends up they just had a really terrible vacation?
Yeah, or just a bad hangover.
Or lost their luggage.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they didn't mean to go to Budapest and they got on the wrong train.
Maybe, yeah. You and I remember Budapest very differently.
What if they never went?
Yeah, that's true. Who knows? Well, I guess we don't, clearly, but are excited nonetheless for Black Widow. Please, please, please give me some Budapest reference, but either way, I'm stoked to see it. And we've only got to wait until July 9th.
That's hardly any time.
Yeah,
in COVID time, it's going to be about 20 minutes.
Exactly. Because the vaccine's being rolled out, people are able to get out again soon. Like, by then, we're all going to be having a blast. We'll be going to theatres again. The world will be somewhat normal again, and I'm fooling nobody. But either way, July's going to be here before you know it, and we're going to get to see Black Widow. So I am pumped.
Yes.
Well, you don't need to wait until July, as you well know by now, to see us again, because we do this
in Budapest.
No, we don't do anything in Budapest.
You and I remember Budapest very different.
We do this every day.
Every day, and not in Budapest.
Yeah,
usually. One day we should.
Just in front of this green screen in our lounge. Yeah, one day we'll travel and actually do this somewhere else. But until then, we just make the background look like somewhere else, because that's all we got. So, therefore, we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Dork Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Bye, superheroes!
Shut up and sit down.